This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget. And this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? You know the routine. You're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week takes me to a couple pawn shops, have a Hamilton book delivery, have a Shout Factory, Kino Lorber pick, Movie Club exclusive, Walt Disney Movie Club exclusive, 3D pick, very cool 90s television show that I didn't even know existed before I saw it online. So very cool pickups. Have some 4Ks under $2, so good stuff coming up. But before I get into what I picked up at the pawn shops, Hamilton book, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these wild individuals, actually collect them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either streaming, live in the theater with my family, or physical media. And here I'm just at the Lexus store with my mom. She's getting her car service. I'm not buying a car. I ain't got money like that. But again, back to the subject at hand. Not only do I collect movies, I watch them. And I'd like to share some of the things I've watched. I'm going to start out with something I watched on physical media. It's actually a Kino Lorber pick, which I haven't showed yet. I'll be showing it pretty soon. This is the 1990 American comedy film, Taking Care of Business, directed by Arthur Hiller, written by J.J. Abrams. You might know him. He did Super 8, Star Wars, Force Awakens. I think he wrote for Lost. The stars James Belushi, John's not as funny brother, Charles Grodin, Anna DeSalvo, Mako. You might remember Mako from, I believe, the first Conan movie. Veronica Hamill and Hector Elizondo. Silly early 90s movie. Essentially, Jim Belushi is an ex-con that was locked up for Grand Theft Auto. He's obsessed with the Cubs. He's in prison, so he does everything he can to make the World Series Cubs baseball game. And the story revolves around there. Don't want to give too much away though, and also this whole movie was adapted from the song Taking Care of Business by the Canadian rock group Bachman Turner Overdrive. But just a fun movie, very silly. I can't say it's an 80s movie because it's 1990, but it has a little bit of that 80s feel though, but with much better wardrobe. But if you like early 90s silly type of comedies with Jim Belushi, you'll like this, Taking Care of Business. My next pick, I actually picked this up and you'll see it later on. This is the 2017 action adventure fantasy science fiction western, Dark Tower. This was directed by Nicolaj Arcel, starring Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey, Tom Taylor, Claudia Kim, Fran Kranz, Abby Lee, and Jackie Earle Haley. And this is based on the story by Stephen King, The Dark Tower. This kid is pretty much has these dreams of a parallel universe, and this parallel universe is going through some of an apocalyptic type of situation, which could somehow affect his current existence in his world. And that's what the story, the basis of the story. Don't want to get too much into the details. Not a big Matthew McConaughey fan though, but I do like Idris Elba. It's a fun sci-fi. It doesn't seem very much like a Stephen King story, but he has a vast array of stories though, but has a very Western sci-fi feel to it though. So if you like science fiction fantasy with a slight Stephen King twist, and of course Idris is in there, you'll like Dark Tower. My next pick is a 2011 drama horror mystery thriller, Rosewood Lane. This stars Rose McGowan, Daniel Ross Owens, Sony Marinelli, Lauren Velez, and Ray Wise. You might know Lauren Velez if you watched New York Undercover. It's directed and written by Victor Salva. And Rose McGowan is a radio show therapist, and she moves back into her childhood homes, and that's where all the strangeness begins. She runs upon kind of like the neighborhood child bully who kind of bullies the whole neighborhood with just kind of pranks and real nasty stuff. Interesting movie. It has somewhat of a supernatural feel to it though, but the ending, very logical. Love the ending. Very logical, very smart ending. Very cool movie. Not a big Rose McGowan fan though, but very decent thriller. So if you like thriller horror drama with a nice intellectual ending, you'll like Rosewood Lane. My next pick is actually in two parts, or two movies I should say. The first one, Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fire. This is a 2023 American epic space opera. Not my words. So this was directed and written with a story by Zack Snyder, starring Sophia Boutella, Djimon Hounsou, I always kill the guy's name, Ed Skrein, Michael Huisman, Duna Bay, Ray Fisher, Charlie Hunnam, and Hannibal himself, Anthony Hopkins. Now, the first one came out in 2023. Part 2 actually dropped, I think, April 19th of this year. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, also written and directed, or story by and directed by Zack Snyder, starring Sophia Boutella, Djimon Hounsou, Ed Skrein, Michael Huisman, Duna Bay, Ray Fisher, Stas Nair, S-T-A-Z, Stas Nair, Fra Fee, that's actually her name, Fra, F-R-A, last name Fee, Elsie Duffy, and again, Anthony Hopkins. And I could pretty much sum the plot of this story as the Magnificent Seven, the Western. Same damn storyline. Essentially, you have a planet which is kind of rich in resources as far as producing crops. You have a overlord slash dictator Nazi type group that pretty much wants to take everything for themselves and rule over this planet, rule over this group. The group doesn't want to take that, so they try to seek out some hired guns to protect them. Pretty much same storyline as Magnificent Seven. I think they actually had the same number of hired guns to protect them though. But great storyline. Both parts are about 2.5 hours long. Goes by very quickly because I rewatched the first one and watched the second one right back to back. Decent action. Decent storyline, even though I've heard it before though, but very good epic sci-fi soap opera. Zack Snyder, good job. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of the video. We are back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. I have my Hamilton book pickups here, my pawn shop pickups. I have my 3D pick for the week, as well as my classic pick, a little Kino Lorber, a little something extra. So give me a second. Let me get these scanned in, and I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. We are just gonna jump into, well, first of all, this is what I picked up at Parker Pawn Shop. Not a damn thing. This is what I picked up at La Familia Pawn Shop. Not a damn thing, but not to worry. You know how I roll. I was able to find some things at Cash America. Of course, I have the Hamilton book and some extra stuff here. So let's just jump into what I picked up at Cash America. These three movies, I already have this. I don't know if I have these other two. I just bought them because they're snap cases, and I needed these. So more likely I'll throw away this the artwork and the disc. I might save the disc and see if I can pawn it or something like that though. But these were just for the snap case. So those are three. Next one, The V Word, which is an interesting movie. It's about vampires, more or less. Masters of Horror. I don't know if this is a television series or not. I'm guessing it's a television series because I see stars on there. I have, I think, one or two other of these Masters of Horror movies. So I'm assuming this is some kind of television show that was on, because the whole thing is like an hour. So it's more like an episode than a movie though, but still a decent watch. The V Word. Next, this was a fun movie. Horror and Trailer Park Trash goes hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. So fun movie to watch. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil anything though, but very fun movie to watch. Terror, Trailer Park Terror. Oh, and The V Word, this is a Anchor Bay release. And this is a Summit release. Trailer Park Terror. Next, I haven't watched this yet. Prior to me getting those are blind buys. So, and let me get Wesley here. This is still in the wrapper. One moment. I am back. I have Wesley Snipes here, aka the Real Blade, Johnny Blade. And let's open this up here. Borderline Cult. Juarez for 20 victims. Juarez for 420 victims and counting. Interesting. Let's get this damn thing open. All right, Wesley, do your thing. There we go. Borderline Cult. Looked interesting. Lionsgate release. Borderline Cult. My next pick, which I'm surprised doesn't have a Blu-ray release yet. I looked on Amazon, I looked on eBay, I didn't see any Blu-ray release. Doesn't mean that there's not one, I just haven't seen one on those two platforms. And this is
drawing a blank on his name. Morgan Freeman. It's based on a true story, Principal Joe Clark. So I can't remember if I've seen this or not. If I've seen this, probably a long time ago. Snapcase, Lean on Me. Next, I was hesitant to buy this, but the price was so cheap. I said, why not? Only thing with this, it's the complete season. It's supposed to be 3 discs. It's only 2. So I have to hold on to this until I can find the 3rd disc, or just find a complete set though. But for the price, I was like, why not? Maybe I'll find it at another pawn shop, the 3rd disc. Next, Tales of the Black Freighter. It's a Watchmen. And this is animated. I didn't know it was animated until I actually popped it in though. But it looks rather gruesome on the opening scene though, but it looks interesting. Watchmen. And this is a Warner Brothers release. And Firefly was a 20th Century release. Next, the to-do list. Basically, I saw Donald Glover, Andy Samberg, and those only 2 names I really recognized. So, looks silly, looks interesting. It's a Sony release. To-do list. Nice artwork on the back. I don't see Donald Glover in any of the artwork though, but I'll take their word for it. Next, 4K. Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey, The Dark Tower. Decent Stephen King movie. It's not really scary. It's not. I guess it's supposed to be horror. It seems more science fiction than horror, but still interesting story. 4K looks good. I didn't watch it on the right TV. I have 2 4K TVs. One has HDR, the other one doesn't have HDR. So whenever I watch 4K, I should be watching the HDR so I can see if there's any difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K. But this is a Sony release. Dark Tower. Get the Blu-ray. I like the 4K. I like that little change up. And my last pickup from Cash America, yes, Black Panther. I have the 3D and Blu-ray version. For the price, 4K, yeah, it was a no-brainer. Beautiful work on the 4K, and with the blah on the Blu-ray. Let's see if these work. And this is what I picked up at Cash America, and you can count these now if you want to. I just got them for the snap cases. And for all of these, paid a whopping $17, so $18.28 with tax. So $17 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 movies. So I'm still balling on the budget. Next, we have Hamilton book. Started out with Why Stop Now. Actually purchased the DVD at Dollar Tree, I believe. Dollar Tree, or it wasn't Dollar Tree or the pawn shop. I'm not sure about that particular movie though. But it was decent enough that I wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray, and Hamilton book had it at a decent price. So Tracy Morgan, Jesse Eisenberg, and Melissa Leo. I can't say this is one of my favorite movies from Jesse Eisenberg because he's done some phenomenal movies in my opinion. Double. Is that Vivar, whatever, with Imogen Poots. Of course, Zombie Double Tap. So this is just an okay movie though. And this is IFC Films. Why Stop Now? Next, I actually talked about this in one of the movies I watched for a week one of the movies I watched during the week. This is The Wave, inspired by true events. This, I'm trying to think of the movie, The Wave, The Quake. Same actors, I think the same director. It's a Norwegian movie though, but it's dubbed in English, so, and they do a pretty decent job, so you don't see the words and the mouths totally completely off though, so they did a good job of syncing the English dub version to the Norwegian language. So, and this is a Magnolia release. Never seen this before. The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I've seen the remake. I think the remake has, is it John Travolta? I can't remember, but I haven't seen the original with Walter Matthau. If you're familiar with him, you probably know him from the Odd Couple, Robert Shaw, Martin Baslam, and Hector Elizondo. I know Hector. So it'll be interesting how this compares to the remake since I've never seen the original. So. Nice artwork on the disc. 20th Century Fox MGM, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Now I know I got the DVD at Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has a lot of Shudder DVDs. So decent, very decent horror western. Don't remember all the details of those. I remember it was pretty decent, and Shudder makes some pretty decent low budget to mid budget horror movies. They do a pretty decent job. So very creative, and the storylines and relatively decent acting. Pale Door, and you might know him from Harlem Nights. He was a boxer in Harlem Nights. Pale Door. And the last thing I got from Hamilton Book, Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer, and Stanley Tucci. Roald Dahl's Witches. And I grew up basically with Roald Dahl because I read his two books, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. I know he has something in the Giant Peach. I never got a chance to read that though, but this is the remake of Witches. The original had Angelica Houston as the main witch. They switched her up and inserted Anne Hathaway. It's a fun movie. Fun, decent remake compared to the original. They did a decent job. So, The Witches. And this is what I picked up at Hamilton Book. Let's see. Yep, I have the receipt in here. Hold on. And this is what I paid for my Hamilton Book. So, Taking of Pelham, $5. Why Stop Now, $6. Pale Door, $6. The Wave, $5. And Roald Dahl's The Witches, $5. The American version of that, I think I couldn't get any less than $20, so, or something somewhere around there. So let's say we'll get the UK version. Who cares? And that's why I picked up a Hamilton book. Next, my Kino Lorber pick, Michael J. Fox, who I really like as an actor. He seems like a really decent person. And James Wood, who I really don't like. He seems like a really indecent person. He seems like an asshole, but that's my personal opinion. The Hard Way. I haven't watched this in a while. It's a comedy cop movie, I believe. And this came out in 1991. The Hard Way. I think I have one or two Michael J. Fox movies that I have to get. Greedy, I don't have that. I think that might be the only Michael J. Fox movie I don't have. The Hard Way. Next, I talked about this a couple weeks ago as one of the movies I watched for the week. Shocker, Collector's Edition, Scream Factory. Really cool 80s movie, 80s comedy horror. Really bad rock music, 80s rock music. And that's the original cover when it came out on, I think, VHS or DVD. And they revamped it, the cover. Wes Craven's Shocker. My movie exclusive pick for the week. And again, for you Disney fans out there that like physical media, I highly recommend getting the Disney stuff now before they start jacking up the prices. I think I have at least 3 or 4 other Disney movies I want to get, and those are kind of pricey. This wasn't too bad. The Big Green. It's a soccer movie, as you can see. I forgot where that kid is from. I can't remember. I've seen them in some other movies, though. I don't know if they're Disney movies or not, though. But The Big Green. And my 3D pick for the week, the 36 Chambers of Shaolin 3D version. And I know it's the original movie didn't come out in 3D. It's a conversion though, but I like my 3D movie, so, and it was a decent price. 36 Chambers of Shaolin. Is that? For some reason I thought that was Gordon Liu who played him. It was wrong though, but it's a Shaw Brothers movie. And again, with these 3D imports, I don't know who the distributors are because they're a little bit of everybody. But it's original Shaw Brothers production. 36 Chambers of Shaolin. And my classic pick is something I didn't know existed. I was just, again, I'm always on eBay trying to price things down, try to get the lowest price for whatever I want, whatever's on my list. So patience is definitely a virtue that I have to have. But I was running across and just ran across this. And the main reason why I got this is Tisha Campbell. If you ever seen Martin, she played Martin's girlfriend. I didn't realize that she had actually been in a television show. I saw an article, I think it was on Facebook, her and Tashina Arnold, who played, I don't want to call her BDB, I can't think of her name on the show though. They've had relationships since they were like teenagers, so. But I've never seen this television show. This came out in, let's say, 1996. So this is definitely a classic. I'm guessing this is one of her first roles, if not her first role, I don't know. But I thought this was interesting, a good pickup. Rags to Riches. And this, folks, is my Hamilton book pawn shop pickup for the week. You know the routine, we separate the plastic from the artwork and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Cabin Boy, L is in Lady Coco, Z is in Zipper. Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far in the video, smash the like, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, what's wrong? Subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't hurt. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.